So another administrative comment. If you have any assets or video for me to download, then I would have to give me a few, give it to me earlier so that I can download it way
Right.
earlier than that.
Any
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 assets
assets
or video. It is live, as in I can go live even right now without needing you guys to go off. I will
right.
send you the link for the public broadcast. That's the link to the public broadcast. You can see it there, which is going to be weird because you'll be a echo from the
Right.
public site download.
Download.
Then
Then
there's a
I
bit
would
of
have to
delay, and
give
you
me
have
a
to
few,
give
give
it
it
to
to
me
me
earlier
earlier
so that I
so that
can
I can
download it
download it.
way
Right.
way.
Right.
And
Any
there we go. It's gonna go into a loop, which is
it
that's
is live.
very
Right.
as in I can go live even right now without needing you guys to go off. I will
I
send
I
you
will
muted. I muted my volume on my YouTube browser, so
yeah.
it doesn't
Oh no,
echo.
you get a loop. Yeah. But if you're listening to it at the same time at both streams, then you have a problem as well.
Yeah.
But it should be all right. Yeah.
Now I know between the three of us, I hear an echo, and I think it's probably just because somebody's got their speakers up, right?
That's right.
So you'd probably recommend anybody listening to keep their speakers as low as they can and still hear, or use headphones or something like that.
Use headphone as well. I've got a speaker on me. I do a lot more videos in that sense, but it's only for the panelists. For the audience, they're not listening to both sides, so they only
True.
can turn on whatever they have on YouTube.
So for any of us, Cap,
Yeah.
we need to use some kind of a headset or something to.
Yes. Yeah.
Let me grab
A headset and a very good mic. What you're using? You have a shotgun mic. I have a condenser mic on me. So it
Yeah, I have
actually
this. I just don't have it plugged into my computer right now. I'm gonna switch it right now. I'm
Yeah,
gonna switch it so we can.
sound is as important as video, obviously.
Okay. I'm gonna grab my ears real quick. 1 second.
So,
1 second for me as well.
no worries.
Okay. Now you should be hearing
Dropbox
me
says
on this.
there's a problem with your PNG file for some reason. The Howie Stream Test.png is has some issues and it couldn't download.
That's weird. It looks. I'll upload another copy of it, but it's showing up on the end.
It's weird. I'm getting this one, which you can't see, obviously. So I put it up, but I'm getting this one for on my side.
PNG files are supported. Something wrong. Well, let's try. Try it again.
No problem.
So another question is, can you customize? Because what I have is is what I made for an OBS overlay, which, as
Right.
you know, you can drag the boxes wherever you need to fit, wherever
Right.
the transparent areas are. Can you do that in this? Customize it like that?
Yeah. The it's not as flexible as OBS. OBS, sorry, in StreamYard is fixed. We have a three panel format like this one, or this one, 2:1, where the main speaker goes on the main screen. But I can switch. So what happens is usually when somebody is speaking while the others are listening, I can switch them as well. I can pull them to a different screen. So I can change them as needed. You can fix the format in this format that's given. The things that you can customize are this. I can show you to you for a bit. The background, obviously, what you see in the background right now is just a video camera.
So it's a background more than it is an overlay, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, correct.
Okay. But if we, it would be tough on switching. But I was going to say, if we know the core layout here, we could kind of make an overlay, or you could kind of design to cater around where the empty spaces are.
Correct. So in your format, what you have shown me earlier, so what you have to do is the background have to have the boxes in this layout in that sense. But the problem is you have to align pixel perfect for this.
Yeah.
We can do that as long as we have a framework of where these boxes are going to be laid out. So it would be like it is right here with an additional box over on the right if all four of us are on. So it only leaves a little bit of space at the top, bottom, and right. Or it's going to be the 3 or 4 of us across, and there's nothing's going to show other than the little gaps in between our cameras.
Correct. And this are the overlays, which is more of like a branding that you slap on. Right. And you can see the logo on the top right, powered by. Because these are individual components, we can turn on, turn off very quickly. So you can actually design this separately and load it separately. You can put it back on when needed and put it back off if not needed. Now, also depending if this is the fixed format, that means there's only three people at any point in time, then it's fixed. But if you switch to a 4-person panel, if for example, there are 3 people on the right, then your background doesn't work again. Then you have to switch to a different background.
Now, is it possible to have a background for each setup and switch them simultaneously?
I can, but it doesn't switch immediately. That means if I switch to this background, and it won't take the background and switch at the same time. Okay. It won't switch to whatever you have designed. But I can do it manually. As if I switch to this, I can pick a background as well that fits this one instead.
Right.
And when it comes to this one, I can fix to this one. When it comes to then I'll pick the background that fits this one. But I have to do it manually in the background rather than doing it automatically.
Okay. Now on this format right here, is the main speaker locked in at this dimension, or can we make the main speaker a square and move everybody over?
No, this is fixed.
Okay.
That's the only thing about StreamYard. They are more fixed format because it makes it easier for anyone to broadcast quickly.
Got it.
And can you have, this might have already been asked, but can you still have your 4 panelists and then one other like presentation slide?
Yeah.
Yes, you can.
Yeah.
It automatically adjusts. That's why they had it fixed, because they will manage it for you in the sense that if I do this, it's like 1 to 4, one person with the other with the presentation, or there's 3 person with the presentation.
And if we have
4 with the video going.
Yeah, when you have another person coming, it will actually automatically put the person at the bottom and move it up. And move it up. And you automatically format everybody, accordingly.
Cap, I got a delay on you.
I'm seeing it too. That all already happened. What's in there?
Oh,
So
that's because I'm watching you in the wrong screen.
You're watching YouTube.
No. yeah, on the YouTube. So what's the delay between us live right here on the left and the YouTube? Because that was quite a while ago when that went.
Correct. It's almost 15 seconds, I think.
Wow. Now, is there anything we can do to shorten that gap, or any format that would shorten that gap? Because that's a lot.
Well, wait a minute. That won't matter though, because if we're going to be watching it through
Correct.
StreamYard,
Yep.
as we're
Correct.
doing it, just the people who are watching it on YouTube are going to get the YouTube audio, so their audio is going to be lined up with their.
Okay.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, they're not.
So it's just like any TV broadcast is the same. They have almost a 10-second delay. The reason being is, they can remove anything they do not want as it goes. Like, for example, somebody, a killing on TV
Right.
accident,
Right.
somebody shoots himself in the head, they can automatically remove that from the stream. That's the purpose why they have a delay. Now, this
Right.
delay obviously caused by the internet. It's not any default delays that they want to put in. It's just the way the internet works. The only way to get it, if you want to sync it immediately, you will have to have a direct link to a YouTube server, which I don't think we can ever get that for now.
Okay. Let's see. Well, how you have any other questions about the actual what we're seeing?
No, it looks like it's going to be pretty simple. But my question is for Michael: what is it that we're working with you to do? You are going to manage everything in the background, or
Yes.
be on
I'll
Switch,
manage
or
the
are
way you
just
want
training
to set
us
it
how to
in.
use this?
I'll switch it. I can switch. I can do the switching. Normally, in most of the things I do with the rest of the events, I normally do the background switching, as well as managing the audience. Not just the audience, but just the panelists. In fact, they've got obviously a lot of people like same thing. They will have a question even during broadcast. They will say, my mic is not working, and stuff like that.
Okay. So what's the so I understand you already have a subscription, Michael, to StreamYard, right?
Yep.
And you also already have accounts with servers here in the US. Is that right?
Yes, as in
Okay.
YouTube servers and all that.
Okay.
But I would assume that most of the people who run the events, yourself and other event management companies, they want to have their own YouTube branding site, YouTube branded site. Like right now, I'm streaming it to my own YouTube channel.
Got it.
But you might want to set up your channel, which then you're into. Then I can stream it directly into your YouTube channel, and then you can save your recording there.
Okay.
I do have a recording here as well. If I do a recording now, whatever we are doing right now is recorded. I can also send you this recording or whatever you said.
Sure. Yeah, that would be nice. That'd be nice to check that out. And is your computer still downloading Kane's presentation?
Yeah, unfortunately it is.
All right.
Let me just double check. It's still downloading at.
No, it's an hour long. So.
Oh,
Yeah, it's a 1 point. It's a 7 point.
7 point what?
It is 7.7 gigs. Yeah, it's 8.4 gigs of.
Oh, it's only a few minutes. No problem. We're good.
2 minutes left.
Yeah, we're good. Let me think of other questions. Okay, so do you need to know the duration of our event for you to give some type of a quote on your price?
From the duration, no. I don't need a duration. It can be as long as you want.
Okay.
But I think I wouldn't let an event, nobody wants to stay an event for 4 hours anyway.
Yeah. Unless they were listening to us.
Yeah, maybe.
Just to give you an idea, I think did I give you an overview of what the format is, at least at this point? Did I give you that?
So you have somebody talking, or rather you have a presentation that somebody will do, or a
there'll
video.
be 4 recorded presentations, probably
Right.
40 minutes each. There may be a break. Matter of fact, there will be a break in between the presentations, just so that they're just not sitting there watching 4 presentations back to back to back and then get the
Right.
Q&A. So maybe a presentation, a short Q&A, another presentation, a short Q&A, and then at the end, a larger Q&A with all four of us after they've seen all the presentations, they've done the individual Q&As, and then that'll give them a chance kind of to do rebuttal questions like in a jury or something at the end. So the whole thing maybe less than 4 hours. Let's just say that.
That's fine. That's not a problem.
Okay.
Just if you just give me the duration for everything that you're gonna do or the format. I already have the format right now, so it's fine. So the other thing that probably need to ask you is, do you want to bring in a live audience? Because right now it's just the three of us. You can actually give them a link to join, for someone to join in and to ask you guys live on the screen as well. You can do that. But
what do you think, Howie?
About just being able to call somebody up from that's watching it live to as a video panelist?
I think it'll I think it would add to it versus just reading what they type. Bring them in if they've got a camera or at least a microphone.
That is what you're asking, though, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I mean, it could be good, obviously, but it could also open up a can of worms.
Yeah, because we don't know what they got in the background of their live shot.
Well, I mean, there's that, but then there's if let's just say we get 200 people wanting to watch it. Oh, and by the way, is there a cap on the amount of people that can watch it live?
No, that's depending on YouTube. So YouTube can support like thousands at the same time if you want to.
Oh, so we're fine because we're going to be under that considerably.
Yeah. Let's just say that we've got 100 people on at once, and you've got 32 people like raising their hands wanting to get in and ask a video question. Like, how do you moderate which one you pick? That's what I'm saying. That would be the can of worms I was talking about.
Okay.
Which we could deal with that if we need to, but then we could also have we could pre-plan, have people ask questions ahead of time, and then have it pretty much already chosen who we're going to bring up and what the question is.
The one event I did for somebody, he actually made this premium content or a premium ticket, meaning you pay $100 just to get on the video panel, so you can ask the question live. So he makes a bit more money from there.
Mm-hmm.
If we were celebrities, I can see that one.
Right. I think we definitely can do the comments where they just put the comments in. And Howie, what I was talking to Michael before you came on is, since there's four of us, it's likely when they ask a question, it's going to be to one of us most likely. So we got three of us that are on that can see that question and pose it to you. Maybe we'll put in there, if you have a question, just put in the initials of whoever you want it addressed to and what's your question. And then those of us who it doesn't apply to us or they're not asking us, one of us will ask the person they want to know that question.
We say we have a question here for Octavius, but we're going to have Cap answer for him. we got one guy who can hardly understand anything he says.
That's funny, but we can figure out that. Well, we know it can be done, so it's just a matter of whether or not we want to add that in or not. I think it would kind of add something to it because I've never seen that in any of the virtual presentations where they got to pop on live and ask their question. Short, sweet, and to the point. They ask their question and then we cut them off. We cut their camera off and we answer it.
So this is how it looks like. When a question is asked, I can moderate. Normally, what they want me to do is bring up the questions so you can see it on screen as well, and then you can answer it online if you want to.
Okay, so they're not really live; they're just typing it in, and then their picture.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's just me typing it in. Then I pick. You see the comments on the right of the ones I just typed in. You can, if you choose to answer it on text, you can just answer it on text on the comment side. Or I can say,
that's cool.
Yeah, I like the little pop-up questions.
I like that.
And then with that kind of cuts out the need for the other thing that I was going to say, which was a pre-recorded question. We could just say, get somebody that signs up and just say, Dropbox us a video of you asking a question that you have for one of us, and we can add it into the presentation and answer it live.
But I guess that's not really, you don't even need that if you've got something like
this. I like this. This is cool because after they watch the video, they're gonna have questions that they didn't have before. So and then they know they've got a second chance, because if we do whatever, a 45-minute video presentation, we do a 15-minute Q&A with that person who just presented, that gives them time to generate their question. And then there's 3 more presentations coming, and they'll think about something else maybe they wanted to ask at the end, and they know they've got that time at the end to ask again. I think it's nice. I like it.
And you can switch that up based on what they're watching. Like you say, we have Michael asking here on YouTube, and then he's watching on YouTube. But if somebody was watching it, let's just say if we were streaming it to different places, you could pull in a different logo, or how does that work? Or
if you're doing
it's not
it,
necessary.
yeah, if you do it in 2 different streams, Facebook and YouTube, then you only have one. You only have all the comments in one side.
Okay.
Meaning you would not have a different streaming logo, streaming platform, or rather streaming layout.
Right.
That's different.
Same platform for both sides.
No.
Correct.
I just meant on the pop-up question how you've got the YouTube logo on it.
If it's Facebook, you will see a Facebook logo.
Okay, that's what I was asking.
Got it. Michael, you're disappearing. You're even brighter now. We just see glasses and eyebrows.
I'm sorry. Like I say, I've got a 40-inch monitor here. Yeah,
The webcam. That's why when I use my webcam, it's the same way. It auto exposes, exposing for the room in the background.
Right.
The area out the screen.
it's blue. It's going to be.
Don't worry about it. I'm messing with you. I'm like, I've seen that guy before.
eyebrow mouth movement.
He was on a rack in Walmart. Okay.
Yeah.
Howard, can you think of, go ahead.
Yeah, so the only thing is, with switching of all these names, the comments, I will have to do the commenting because I'm hosting in that sense. But if you want me to put up a certain comment, you can actually put in a private chat, then I can push up that comment only. Or you can mention it on video and say, Mike, could you put up, the question on depth of field?
Cool.
Then
yeah. I like that. I like it.
Then I can turn it off, or switch to a different question. Sometimes, like in an education event that I used to do, they want me to also host it and prompt them, prompt one of the panelists to say that, hey, you got a question on the depth of field. Could you take that, or could one of you take that?
Right.
So they will want to do that as well.
And then we still have, and to help you, Michael.
Yep.
All 3 of us are seeing that stuff pop up in the comments. So whoever, like I say, whoever it's not addressed to, one of us can prompt you, Michael, throw this one up, If it's something that you may not be familiar with, but we think it's a great question that the whole audience could benefit from, we could prompt you, okay, Michael, throw this one up.
And they can be asking those questions during the presentation.
Right.
And we can also be in the chat during the presentation and respond. We can chat with them back and forth, but something that deserves a longer video answer, we would wait until the Q&A in between, so as not to interrupt the actual broadcast. Correct?
Right. You can. Yeah. So if you type your comments on the comment site right now, it will appear on YouTube as well.
Okay. Where is the maybe my screen's too low. I don't see the place where I can type in a comment in the comment section.
It's probably lower down. You probably need to scroll up a bit.
Okay.
Sometimes it's just squeezed. The screen, depending on the size of the screen you have, it might be squeezed.
Okay, let's see.
Oh, I see. The
It's on for me on my YouTube, the bottom right.
Bottom right, yes. Usually it's around there.
Oh, you're looking in YouTube, Howie. I'm
Yeah.
looking at our platform.
StreamYard is on comments. Look at comments. There should be a button called comments.
Oh, I thought you were looking at where you could, where the comment. Okay, yeah, this is where
I got it.
I got you. I see.
And I will take your prompt as well. As you guys were talking or answering a question, for example, you're answering a question on depth of field. It may be something I'm familiar with. I will put up the question. Unless it's something that I'm not familiar with, then I wouldn't know what you're talking about.
But hey, this is. I mean, I might have the same question that Cap just had. Like, I don't have anywhere to type. I can't type in the comments.
Usually at the bottom.
What is it?
Usually it's at the bottom.
There's nothing there. I opened my whole screen.
Is it because we're not logged in?
I see Kendrick typing test. Oh no!
I
on
typed
YouTube.
that in. I typed that in the YouTube broadcast, not in our format. Is that where we're supposed to do it?
You can do it on either side. You can do it both sides.
Because we're
Okay.
not. Me and you, Cap, are probably not logged in to StreamYard, and that's why we can't comment.
Correct. Do we need to log in, Michael, to StreamYard?
You shouldn't need to. You should be able to see it.
There's
it may
nothing
be
there.
Right. Let me double check the.
Okay. What we have on the bottom is our mute, stop cam, cam mic, share, and leave studio. And
Is it
over under the
on the right side? Is it scrolled on the right instead of scrolling up and down?
there's nothing there.
We can type in the private chat, but we can't type in the comments.
Correct.
Okay, that's weird. Normally you can.
I'm guessing it's because we're not logged in.
Here, Michael,
Possible.
I'm sending you a another Dropbox link in the yeah. This is
The
a
chat.
screenshot of the way I see it on the comments side.
Okay, let me copy the link and do a download.
And I'm using Chrome because it wouldn't let me use Safari. StreamYard wouldn't run through Safari.
It should be able to handle HTML5. It should be able to, but I don't know why StreamYard's not happening right. But you can see the comments on the right. You just can't see the how to comment back.
Correct.
Right. Okay.
So we might just have to answer it verbally instead of typing it, if that's the case.
Yeah. If you want to type, then you have to type it on YouTube, I guess, in this case.
That's a little odd.
Okay. Cool. I just typed in another comment on YouTube and I put the time in. I'm gonna see how long it takes to pop up on our deal here.
But let's also just say that, yeah, it just popped up for me. But let's just say that we. What I was about to ask. I forgot. When I
It'll come back to you.
when I read the thing, it messed me up. Yeah, it had to do with the comments and stuff, I think. Oh well, it'll come back.
It's looking pretty good.
The comments get recorded as well. So if
Okay.
you whatever sequence the comments come in, it'll be recorded at the same time. So if you do a playback on YouTube, you will see the comments coming exactly the same time you type.
Okay, we got our third person. I think he's available. Let me see if we can grab him in and catch him up.
Cool. You can either view on YouTube directly, or he can come in as a panel.
We'll bring him in on the panel. That way we can actually see what it looks like with 3. Well, you beat 4, and then that's
Yeah.
exactly what.
Sure.
Okay.
But I've got about 5 more minutes, and then I have. To
Okay,
go.
no problem.
We're doing our pup's birthday celebration. It's Valentine's Day has been taken over by our dog's birthday.
Oh yeah. That's
So, oh no, this is what I was going to say. So, if each one of us has, let's just say, 3 or 4 segments during our individual segments, like subsegments, would it be possible to build in a brief pause after each one of those segments to allow for questions, or should we, like, let's say we're going over, masking or whatever it is in Photoshop? Could we do? I've got about 5 more minutes. I already told you. If we're going over masking, can we just, after we go over that part, pause for any questions, build that into the program, and then just say we're going to take 2 minutes to make sure, does anybody have any questions over that? If not, we're going to move on to the next little part, just so that people don't get like lost. Or if the segments are only like 45 minutes each, they should be able to hold their thought for that long. Thoughts?
Are you saying in between the 45 minutes sessions?
Yeah, let's just say like between my segment and Cap's segment. We had already mentioned taking little breaks in between each of those, but if there is a slide during my presentation that comes up and says we're going to pause for a minute to make sure everybody understood that, and then we're going to go on to the next thing, or should we just go all the way through the 45 minutes and just answer it all at the end?
It depends on your content, though. If it's a very heavy, you have to digest it very heavily, then I suggest you pause to get people on board or in sync.
Okay.
If it's something that you need in a flow, then I suggest then you follow the entire thing. Like for example, I've done this event for Pecha Kucha, which is they have to have it in 6 minutes and 20 seconds. So that one we have no breaks. We keep it as a complete flow because it only works with a flow. But if you have a complex question like neurology, how the brain works and stuff like that, you may have to pause it to ask, to wait for people to catch up to some of these concepts.
Photography is like rocket science,
right? to some folks. So, Michael, these overlays, are they just PNG format?
Yes,
or
they
JPEG?
are.
Could they be JPEG? Or the
PNG.
background files could be JPEGs, right? And the overlay.
Yeah, you can be JPEGs. I could convert them to PNG. Doesn't matter. Well, if there's obviously PNG allows you to have transparency. If you don't have transparency stuff, then you don't need the PNG formats. Like the background, JPEG.
Okay.
Obviously, you can.
Is the video still loading up? It should be about done, huh? Kane's presentation.
Did you bring Kane in?
Yeah, let me double check.
Did you send him the invite
link? Yeah, I sent him the link to this StreamYard.
The presentation, I think let me unzip it, then I'll load it up.
And let me check Kane again real quick. What is that? OC, did OC come in?
He's sleeping hard back there, isn't he?
Oh, that's your son in the background? Michael snoring like that?
Oh, yeah, sorry.
That's all right. Well, one of our other photographers snores like that. We thought he jumped on and didn't have his camera on.
Right. Yeah, it's about 11 o'clock in the night here, so I guess he's tired and he's got school tomorrow. So it's unzipping, so it's on the.
So you guys are you're at 10:26 there or 11:26 p.m.
11:26. 12. In fact, sorry, it's past 12 midnight.
Okay.
But it's fine. Yeah, I work long hours. I bet if you take all the snores together and you check the frequency, they're all the same.
That's funny. Let me get Kane here right quick.
You can tell I got a good mic.
Yeah, for sure.
Does mine sound clear, or is it echoey at all? Or?
No, you sound fine.
Yeah, you're good.
Okay.
I don't know if Kane is trying to get in or what. His cell phone went to voicemail, and I messaged him the link to StreamYard.
It's not. I mean, it's probably not even a big deal. I don't think there's anything here that we couldn't explain to him what Michael's explained to us.
Right, and plus we're gonna have this recorded so we can watch this.
And we can also get. I see that there are free StreamYard accounts that you can do.
Yeah.
And so if we just want to show him, what are the? I guess I can look and see what the paid levels are and all that stuff, and like what all it allows you to do, because it might be good just to know for future reference. But
Right. For a paid one, you can customize all the branding. For the free one, obviously you can't customize. You know, it says live with StreamYard and powered by StreamYard Live. And without the subscription, you can only stream to one site. With a subscription, you can stream up to 6 different sites.
No, not in Zoom. It's a whole different deal. I just sent you the link. It's that StreamYard link. Yeah, we're on live right now with a guy from Sweden that can do all the back end, so you can see it. We're pretty happy with it so far. So hop on. We've been on for 35 minutes.
So you're saying this is worked many
Yeah,
times
not
over
Zoom.
for
This is
people doing
StreamYard.
the same type
That
of thing we're
link
doing.
that's in our
Correct.
text chat.
I've done for education event in Florida. The panelists are from Florida, and people logging in from all over the US and the world.
Okay.
I do a monthly film screening Singapore.
Okay.
You guys are doing, but it's for film rather than for the photography.
So Michael, while we're waiting for that to finish with the video, what's the cost of your service to do what it is we're talking about here?
It's not expensive. I mean, the normal education program I do, only about 60 US per session.
And how long is the session? 4 hours?
Up to yeah. I can do 4 hours. It's fine. I've done that.
We'll give you a tip.
Yeah, I'm learning at the same time as well. You know, when they have the education conferences, I normally sit in and I listen to the panelists as well.
Right.
I throw in my questions once in a while. I do some photography.
You know what? You said $60. Yeah. I'm saying it's 100. So we're gonna give you 100.
We'll throw in you got a Patreon link or something like that at the end, because we'll say, all right, now everybody, if you thought our moderator did a good job, hit up his Patreon link.
Right.
Do it on Fiverr. You know, give me your comments on Fiverr for now.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
For sure.
Hold on.
Okay. Right?
Yes,
I'm loading
correct.
up the video.
All right. And I don't know if Kane is knocking on your door.
He's here. Yes, I got Big Daddy.
Bring him in. This is his video that we're getting ready to watch. So can you put us 4 up on the side?
I can put, yeah. The video is very high quality, I guess. It's
right.
not it's buffering quite a bit.
And I'm gonna get the app down.
So what's the suggestion for that? Because we definitely can't have this.
Yeah. Can I lower down the quality a bit?
Sure, do what you need to do. Yeah. That's why we got you. We don't know what we're doing.
I noticed that YouTube puts it through at 720.
Sorry? I missed that.
I noticed that YouTube streams at 720. Is that the standard?
Yes. 720 is HD format. It can go up to 1080, but you will require a lot more power from our, or rather internet bandwidth from our side, from everyone. Because now I'm looking at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 streams, right?
Mhm.
Right. Yeah.
Can you tell whose bandwidth is causing an issue?
No, I can't.
Oh,
Unless I really drill down into the pipes. But I can't tell at the moment. At the moment, I've got 10 megabits, so it should be able to handle all the streams at the moment. I've done this stream quite a bit. But yeah, for the video, I may have to tune it down a bit. I can't tune it down on the fly right now, but
Yeah, I was gonna say we're just kind of putting you on the spot with it this time.
right. That's a
We
good
did it
test.
before.
That's a good test.
But before, like you were saying, you'd want all of our material, you know, what, like a week ahead of time, so you could look
Yeah.
over it and make sure
Yeah,
to
at least.
troubleshoot it.
exactly.
Because you know what you're going to get pretty much out of our camera streams, and so you know how to account for that. But you just have to be able to, and you're able to go through and redo the video.
Yeah, I need to squeeze every ounce of the internet bandwidth I can get from whatever video we are streaming.
Kane, can you hear us, Kane?
I can hear y'all.
Okay. Is your camera off, or what's up with your camera?
Nah, I had the baby sleep on me on the couch.
Okay.
Otherwise,
No,
I would have had I would have had the 90D code
Mine.
today.
no sweat. No sweat. And Michael, this where we're on 45 minutes right here. We'll be able to rewatch this
Yep.
as well, Michael.
You can, yeah.
Okay, perfect. We can catch Kane up on what he didn't get.
and he'll hear all the questions that we ask Michael.
Correct. Yeah.
Yeah, if
Okay.
you go to the YouTube link that I sent, you should be able to
Yes.
see the recording from there. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll send it in our group chat.
All right. Good. Good. Howie, can
Yeah,
you
I
think of
can't-
any?
I can't tune the video right now. I just need time to tune the video.
Okay.
What did you ask, Cap?
Do you have any other questions for him? We got his price, and we gave him more than what he asked. And
I'm
I
happy.
can't think.
I
I
don't
can't
have
think of
any
anything.
other questions right now, but it might hit me up, and then if I do, is the best way to forward any questions that each individual one of us might have to Cap, so he can send it to you in Fiverr, or does it matter at this point?
Yeah, either way, he's got my number too, but he doesn't
Okay.
use WhatsApp. So
Okay.
Okay.
Well, I know I was telling him before, I hired somebody on Fiverr to do something one time, and I know Fiverr likes you to keep all of your correspondence within the
Fiverr.
messages there.
Right.
It's not like you have to.
well, we have done. Yeah, I've given my numbers all in Fiverr. So people have contacted me directly from WhatsApp and whatever they need to. Because sometimes I feel that Fiverr does help, but they don't always monitor. I've got people asking a lot of questions for Fiverr, but then they don't monitor their own account. And then when I respond, it takes about 3 days before they come back and say, here's what you asked.
Right. Exactly.
Otherwise, I'm fine with anywhere. I monitor all my channels.
I'm looking at the YouTube. How's it look to you, Howie? It looks pretty good to me.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, it's weird because in StreamYard, when I'm looking at it here in our StreamYard window,
Right.
like I was saying, my picture looks like it's coming through 4K, super high definition. Then when you switch over to YouTube, you see what it's really looking like. So I get it. It is what it is on that.
Right.
It's a live stream and it's 720. So
Right. Let me see what mine is at.
you can't get it higher than 720.
Yeah. I see. Yeah. Speed normal.
Because if you tried to send it out at 1080, it would just be choppy as all get out, wouldn't it?
Got it.
Yeah. Those would be great.
All right. Well, good. I see the overlays on. Michael, when you get a chance, either through Fiverr or whatever, send me the pixel dimensions for the background, and if you have available, if you have available an overlay of where the boxes are for the different scenes, like you got 1 to 3 right now, so that we can make a template and decide what we wanted to be in the background. And then of course we already know we got the overlay space, especially on the main speaker. There's plenty of space to cover up that junk or put some things in there.
Sure. I'm going to put my email on it just in case you want to send me an email directly. So I will be able to comment on the you as well.
All right. Yeah, that'll probably be better than going back and forth with Fiverr.
All right, guys,
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to get off of here, but
All right, Howie, you're good, and we'll get that recording link. Well, actually, it's the YouTube. It's the live YouTube link is the one, right, Michael?
Correct. Yes, that's the one.
Perfect.
You want to? Yeah, as well.
Michael, all right, we'll see you, Howie. Have a good time. Michael, is there anything you can think of that we didn't ask you about that you want to share with us?
$49 a month for 36 months. Experience amazing at your Lexus dealer.
Let's see. Michael, is there anything that we didn't ask you or talk to you about that you think it's important for us to know about this as well?
For now, I can't think of anything. But if
Okay.
there's anything, I'll let you know on email or on the text or on Fiverr.
Sounds
It's
good.
all right.
Sounds good. Well, we'll go ahead and cut our live stream and our communication, and the 3 of us will get together and chat a bit more.
Sure.
And if you or when you have it ready, when you have Kane's video redigitized or whatever you need to do, and you'd like to schedule another one where we could, not the whole thing, we'll just watch 5 minutes of it or whatever, that'll help.
Sure.
And then also maybe 5 minutes in the beginning, and then fast forward to maybe the middle and see where we're at there to see, because he goes from behind the desk to live, where he's got a live presentation. He's actually out working, and just see how that comes through.
Sure. Yeah.
All right, that'll work. Okay, I'll just look for your email. And Michael, appreciate your time. I like what you've shown us, even way better than the dude that I had this morning. He's done. So you're in #1 slot right now.
Thanks.
with a raise.
Thanks, dude. Take care.
All right, we'll talk to you later. Kane, I'll give you a call.
All right.
All right, Kane, I'll call you. Babe, did you see that?
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Does it look clean?
Yeah, it looks hella clean. It looks better than most of them I see.
Good, good.
Like you and Howard's clean, but him is kind of.
Yeah, he just got a shitty camera set up.
I like it.
All right, my brother. You came in a little late, but you got the YouTube link. You can go back